Look up at the sky. What do you see? One sun, right? It rises, it sets, and it dictates the rhythm of our entire world. Now, imagine looking up and seeing not one, but two suns blazing in the sky. Welcome to the incredible, mind-bending world of circumbinary planets, or, as they're famously known, Tatooine planets. This isn't just a fantasy from a galaxy far, far away. These are real places discovered by astronomers where sunsets would be a spectacular double feature. Picture this. You're standing on a rugged, alien landscape. The ground beneath your feet is a mix of reddish dust and sharp, crystalline rocks that glitter under the dual light. Above you, one sun, a fiery yellow-white giant, hangs high in the sky. But beside it, a smaller, cooler, orange-red dwarf star shares the celestial stage. The light they cast is unlike anything on Earth. It's a dynamic, ever-shifting wash of color. Sometimes when the stars are close together in the sky, the light is intensely bright, bleaching the landscape and casting a single, sharp shadow. But as they drift apart in their orbital dance, things get really interesting. Two distinct shadows stretch out from every rock, every mountain, every ripple in the sand. One shadow is a deep, dark gray, cast by the brighter sun. The other is a softer, fainter silhouette, almost like a ghost, painted by the dimmer star. These shadows overlap, creating complex patterns of light and dark, a natural work of art that changes with every passing moment. Imagine walking through a forest where every tree has a double shadow, one chasing the other across the ground. It would be a disorienting, yet beautiful experience. The days on such a planet would be extraordinary. A day isn't a simple 24-hour cycle. It's a complex interplay of orbits. The planet orbits both stars, and the stars orbit each other. This means you could have long periods of continuous daylight, where at least one sun is always in the sky. One sun might rise just as the other is setting, creating a perpetual twilight that bathes the world in warm, golden, and crimson hues. Think of an eternal sunset, a sky painted with colors that just won't fade. Then there are the eclipses, and they wouldn't be the rare, fleeting events we experience. On a planet with two suns, eclipses would be a regular and dramatic part of life. Imagine the smaller star passing in front of the larger one, creating a breathtaking ring of fire in the sky. Or picture the planet's own moons, perhaps multiple of them, passing in front of one or both suns, casting fleeting, racing shadows across the surface. The sky would be a constant celestial ballet. What would life be like under two suns? It would have to be incredibly resilient. Plants or their alien equivalents would need to adapt to the fluctuating light levels and the intense radiation. Perhaps they'd have leaves that could change color or orientation to maximize their energy intake from two different light sources. Maybe they'd be a deep purple or black to absorb a wider spectrum of light. And the animals? They'd need to cope with the confusing shadow play. Predators and prey would have to evolve new strategies. How do you hide when you cast two shadows? Perhaps creatures would develop reflective skin, or maybe they would live underground, only emerging during the rare, brief nights when both suns dip below the horizon simultaneously. The sensory experience would be entirely different. Vision would evolve to handle the intense glare and the unique color palette of a two-sun sky. The temperature swings could be extreme. When both suns are overhead, the heat could be scorching. When they're on opposite sides of the planet or during a long eclipse, temperatures could plummet. The geology of the planet would be shaped by these forces. The rocky terrain we're imagining, with its deep canyons and towering mesas, might have been carved by powerful winds, driven by these intense thermal gradients. Let's talk about the stars themselves. Binary star systems are incredibly common in our galaxy. In fact, more than half of all sun-like stars are in pairs or multiples. But finding a planet that orbits both of them is a special discovery. For a long time, scientists thought such orbits would be too unstable. The gravitational pull from two stars would be a chaotic tug-of-war, flinging any nearby planet out into the cold emptiness of space. But then, thanks to missions like the Kepler Space Telescope, we started finding them. The first one, named Kepler-16b, was a game-changer. It proved that planets can and do form in these complex systems. Kepler-16b is a gas giant about the size of Saturn, orbiting two stars that are smaller and cooler than our Sun. From its atmosphere, you would see a double sunset, just like in the movies. Since then, we've found many more of these circumbinary worlds. Each one is a unique laboratory for understanding planet formation. How does a planetary disk of gas and dust coalesce into a world when it's being constantly stirred and pulled by two stars? It's a puzzle that challenges our theories and pushes the boundaries of our knowledge. These planets force us to broaden our definition of what's possible. They show us that the universe is more creative and more diverse than we could have ever imagined. The solar systems we find are rarely neat and tidy like our own. They are often wild, dynamic, and full of surprises. Imagine the view from one of these worlds. The cosmic lighting would be truly dramatic. As the two suns move, the colors of the landscape would shift and change. The shadows would not just lengthen and shorten. They would dance, separate, and merge. A mountain range in the distance might be lit from two different angles at once, its peaks glowing in the golden light of one sun, while its valleys are filled with the soft, reddish twilight of the other. The sky itself would be a spectacle. Beyond the two suns, the Milky Way would stretch across the cosmos, but its familiar band might be washed out by the constant light. The stars you would see would be different, and your constellations would be shaped by a double dawn. The very concept of night would be a precious, fleeting moment. So the next time you look at our single familiar sun, take a moment to appreciate its simplicity. And then let your imagination wander to a world where the sky holds two, a world of double shadows and endless sunsets. A world that exists not just in science fiction, but out there among the countless stars of our galaxy, waiting to be explored. These are the real-life Tatuans, reminding us that the universe is full of wonders that are stranger and more beautiful than we can possibly dream. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe Limitless daily for more journeys into the cosmos.